Hello, everyone. Well, this month, my grump is about the use of antioxidants in the context of medicinal herbs. I believe it's completely meaningless. And yet, it's thrown around all the time. But think about it. This herb is antioxidant. How does that actually inform you clinically? Oh, it's antioxidant, therefore I'll give it for, hang on, well, I'll give it for everything, for just about any inflammatory or disease process probably involves some oxidative steps involving reactive oxygen species at some stage. I think it's time we got away from that. This is kind of dumbed down herbalism. We look at it on the TV and, you've got to drink green tea because it's full of antioxidants. And it's like everyone knows, oh, yeah, well, it must be good for me. It's full of antioxidants. But why? Why? What does it really mean? The fact is that when we look at any plant is full of antioxidants. That's how it survives. It's out there in the harsh environment under the ultraviolet light all day. If it didn't have good antioxidant protection, it couldn't live. It's got so bad that the major herbal research journals will not accept publications that merely establish that a herb or a herbal extract is antioxidant. And what does it really mean? Well, they often measure antioxidant activity of herbs in various test tube models. Now, we know the difficulties of projecting the results of test tube models to a real clinical situation. And this is a really good example of where that breaks down. So let's take something like ORAC, oxygen radical absorbance capacity. And you see for a while there, everyone was trying to outdo everyone else. My ORAC is bigger than yours, so, you can eat blueberries, but hang on, how about these acai berries? Their ORAC is 5 times higher than blueberries, therefore they must be more beneficial to health. But in reality, what you're measuring is an antioxidant activity in a test tube for phytochemicals that have unknown or uncertain bioavailability. They may get changed by your gut flora, and in that change, before they get absorbed, they might lose that antioxidant activity. The other flaw in this concept, and it applies to antioxidant activity in general, whether you're talking about supplements or herbs, is this kind of concept of blanket antioxidant activity. So what we do is we blanket our body with antioxidants. So we've got all these molecules, passively circulating in our system, and there's a free radical. Hang on, I'll neutralize it. Well, to be honest, when you look at the sophisticated physiology of the body, that doesn't cut it. And what's more, if in reality it can possibly be detrimental, because the body often uses free radicals to activate various physiological pathways in signaling. So if you flooded your body with passive antioxidant activity, then that's not necessarily optimal for health. So where are we going here? The reality is we need to understand what antioxidant activity is at a more sophisticated level. And the concept I use here is biological antioxidation. So biological antioxidation is when you're using your own body enzymes to affect antioxidant activity. So you know what they are: superoxide dismutase, catalase, and so on. And how do we induce these antioxidant enzymes to a better level? How do we do that? We do that via herbs that activate the NRF2 ARE pathway. Now, it's interesting that many of these herbs that activate the NRF2 ARE pathway are traditionally regarded as antioxidants: green tea, grapeseed, turmeric, and so on. But others that do that aren't necessarily, like for example, Korean or Chinese ginseng. So, and the beauty of it is when we're looking at this targeted biological antioxidant activity, it's responsive to the body's needs. It's switched on and switched off as needed. And it happens inside the cell where it's needed. It's not passively circulating around in the bloodstream. So if you want to know more about the importance of the NRF2 ARE pathway, there's a chapter in my new book on that topic where I do expand on these themes of why herbal antioxidant activity is, it's last century's concept. Please have a further look, but don't tell me that this herb is antioxidant. I'll get very, very grumpy.